I've often said that my ADHD diagnosis was such a light bulb moment for me. It was like all of a sudden, so many behaviors or actions or decisions that I had made throughout my life made so much sense. But there was also quite a bit of overwhelm because it felt like I needed to relearn how to operate in the world, and the world wasn't made for my brain. Now, it took a bit of trial and error, and to be honest, I'm still learning, but slowly but surely, progress has been made. And it is this learning process that led me to want to help mom business owners with ADHD to understand their brains, to make progress on goals that they had for their family, for themselves, or for their business, and to cope in a neurotypical world. That is why I wanted to talk to you today about what an ADHD coach is, what I do personally as an ADHD coach, and what the difference is between ADHD coaching and therapy. Stay tuned for today's episode of The ADHD Mompreneur. So what is an ADHD coach? Short answer, an ADHD coach is somebody that will help you develop skills and coping strategies to operate in a neurotypical world. Coaches may help you with planning, goal setting, and follow through by providing accountability. They may work with you to develop skills for time management or organizing the things or people or events in your life. They may work with you to help you understand your ADHD and how you may need to modify your approach to everyday actions in order to accommodate your unique ADHD brain. Overall, coaching is an educational process that helps you to improve your functioning in home life, work life, or both. And every coach's skill set is going to be a little bit different. Some may be better at helping you to manage time or productivity. Some may focus more on relationships with your family or home management. If you're thinking of looking for an ADHD coach, consider some of the characteristics that you would like your coach to have. Is it important to you that they understand your culture or your religion or your sexual orientation? Would you like somebody that could support you in your work life or your home life or perhaps both lives? Before you start your search for an ADHD coach, I highly recommend you sitting down and making a list of the characteristics you would like your coach to have. As for what I do as an ADHD coach, I focus mainly on accountability and developing coping skills that you can use in juggling your life as a mom and business owner with ADHD. After spending many years in neurotypical coaching programs, I saw a need for coaches that understood what it was like to be a mom trying to run a business, and B, understood the unique challenges of somebody with ADHD trying to juggle a business and a family life. With my clients, I meet with them on a weekly basis to discuss the goals that they have for themselves, for their business, their home and family, and for themselves in the next week. If their goals feel really big and overwhelming, we break them down into smaller, more manageable tasks, and then we schedule time to work on these tasks. This is where the accountability piece of my job comes in. I follow up with you via text or by email in order to check in and see how your progress is going, or to help to motivate you if you're feeling a little bit stuck. Now, I will say, not everybody is ready for this particular type of ADHD coaches because, truth be told, I'm kind of a nag. In fact, my ex-husband may tell you that I was born for this job. But I'm a nag in the best sort of way, because what I am doing is helping to remind you of what it is that you said that you wanted to do and support you in making your life the way that you want it to be. I'm sort of an external brain motivating you to actually follow through so you can reach those goals that you have. There is definitely a mental space that you need to be in order for this type of coaching to work for you, and to realize that it's not about making you feel bad if you're struggling with your progress, but about supporting you in order to keep you on track and working towards your goals. There's a very good chance that you're not in the I'm ready for a coach headspace yet, and that is totally okay. Maybe you're newly diagnosed and you're just learning about the ways that ADHD impacts your life. Maybe you've had your diagnosis for a while, but you're still struggling to understand or process the diagnosis and how you fit into the world. In situations like these, you may be better off to start working with a therapist before you work with an ADHD coach. Attitude Magazine defined the difference between therapy and an ADHD coach in this way. In general, a therapist facilitates healing, while an ADHD coach facilitates action. If you were diagnosed with ADHD later in life, there's a very good chance that you are dealing with a lifetime of negative emotions or negative thought patterns. You may also be dealing with some comorbid conditions like depression or anxiety as a result of your undiagnosed ADHD. For instance, I worked with a therapist to help to process some pretty raging anxiety that I was having. Working together, she helped me to see that the anxiety I was feeling was a result of putting a lot of pressure on myself to perform in a certain way, or perfectionism, the guilt that I was feeling over missing deadlines or forgetting things, or just a constant feeling of not meeting expectations for other people no matter how hard I tried. Processing these emotions and creating coping strategies was key to me reducing my anxiety and helping to reduce the feelings of anxiety that I would feel in the future when these emotions started to bubble up. I want to wrap up today by discussing the differences between therapy and ADHD coaching in the hopes that it can help you to decide if you want to seek support from one or the other, or maybe both. To start, both a therapist and ADHD coach will need you to be open to change. If somebody else is pushing you to seek therapy or coaching and you aren't ready for it yet, you may not see the benefits that you would if you were open to the process. Therapists and ADHD coaches also both work to help you create better awareness around your thoughts, behaviors, and patterns. Although the therapist may focus more on your emotions, while the ADHD coach is going to focus more on your actions. A therapist can help you to process feelings and emotions, where an ADHD coach can help you to process tasks and goals on your to-do list. A therapist helps you to understand why you feel and react the way you do. An ADHD coach helps you to understand what needs to be done in order to keep your life or your business running smoothly. A therapist will often help you look back to understand how you got to acting and feeling the way you do today. There may be some emotional damage to process, especially if you were diagnosed with ADHD later in life. An ADHD coach helps you to look forward, set goals, and follow through on reaching those goals through finding strategies to help you stay motivated and focused. And finally, a therapist is often covered by your health insurance. An ADHD coach is typically not covered by insurance. But if you are a business owner and you are working with a coach to help you with your business productivity, it can be tax deductible. I hope this has helped you to understand what an ADHD coach is, what it would be like to work with me as an ADHD coach, and what the difference between working with a therapist and an ADHD coach would be. If you've got additional questions, please feel free to comment below or leave me a voicemail message at the link in the show description, and I will do my best to get back to you as quickly as possible with an answer. I'll be back next week to discuss planning and goal setting for those of us with ADHD as we head into the new year. So make sure that you've hit that follow or subscribe button so you don't miss my last episode of 2023 or any of the upcoming episodes of The ADHD Mompreneur. If you're a business owning mom with ADHD, you're going to need to grab my free customizable essential checklists for ADHD mompreneurs by visiting bit.ly/checklists for ADHD mompreneurs or by following the link in the episode description. Do it now before you forget. Until next time,